and welcome to Frostpunk. Now, I've played this game before, and I've been quite good at it. Not the best, but I'm okay. And, well, this intro scene will explain a little bit more too. Yeah, it's a city management game. Not as complicated as City Skylines, but kind of in that direction, so let's start. And while we're waiting for this loading screen to finish, I just wanted to let you guys know that I made this channel to kind of learn to
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
And there we go, this is the intro for this scenario. And let's read this. A New Hope. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On our way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of the people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now. The world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. And as you see, we're going to be in this pit area here. This is going to be our construction zone. Fight the cold. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. So we're immediately going to hit pause on this. Okay. Alright. I have not played this game on the laptop in a hot minute. I've mainly played it on the PlayStation. So our engineers are more skilled, so they're going to be able to work in more advanced foundries, machinery, advanced production. Our workers are more generic and are more just general type labor. And we're going to start working. There are 4 different resources. There's coal, obviously coal, and it's going to heat this. There's wood to build steel to build and steam cores, which will come up later. We have 100 raw food, and we cook that food into food rations, which we have none. Our cold is 20, that's the base starting one. Everyone's chilly. That's not too bad. Here's our starting time. You go 3 speed, 2 speed, 1 speed, pause. And here's our meter for our days. So we're on day 1, but day 4, starting at day 4, we will drop down 2 levels to negative 40 degrees. And here's our work account. We have 0 unemployed workers. We have 15 engineers, 50 workers, and 15 children. And we can monitor their placements here. Obviously, we can't with the children. Here's our economy analytics. We don't really have anything right now, so we're gonna get this big old book of laws. And let's actually assign it. Let's get soup. I actually read what it did to you. So there's another food additive, which is you add wood to your food, and it makes more food, but you're more likely to get sick, and people hate it more. But it stretches out your food. Raw soup. It says right here, we can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of raw food. So instead of 1 to 2 conversion, I believe, it's 1 to 3, and if you do sawdust, it's 1 to 4. So we're gonna get more food when we put this on soup making mode. And our hope, or just kind of like motivation, fell slightly. Our discontent rose. So people obviously do not like this, and eating soup will cause discontent, which is pretty obvious, I feel like. And we'll revisit that soon. And we'll just kind of hit 3 speed and let it go by. Over here we have our hourly extraction of whatever resource. The workers here, whether they're housed or not. The general condition of the temperature of the place. Their working hours. And right here, I could go through all of this with you, but I think this game gets pretty self-explanatory. So we need to build housing for the workers and children. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every house can house 10 people. So we need 8 of them. And we can start starting this coal generator soon. Just not right now. We're going to wait a little bit. And we're going to try to construct... Let's construct this. And let's build the cookhouse. Let's get it ready. Okay, and you'll get these little events, or events, kind of like I guess events. I don't know what else I was going to think of something else, but I can't think of it. And it says the generator's off, people are freezing to death. And we're going to say it's fine because, well, the home they're in is livable and it's low risk of falling ill, and the work they are is low risk of falling ill. This is very low risk, so we're good. And the people are just going to ship up their houses, which they've already done. They'll build these other 2 buildings, and we can grab our factory workers. Let's put 5 there. We can grab 5 here, and we can go, hey, now we're going to start building. And the first thing we're going to do is... Oh, jeez. Maybe we start with the beacon. I haven't played this in quite a long time, so I actually don't know what I should start with. We're gonna need this sooner or later, and that just makes it so people gather resources faster. Okay, so... So for 2 raw food, we can make 4 cooked rations. And for 2 raw food, we can make 5. So not increase as much, but pretty good increase when you need it. And I believe the sawdust one makes you 6. Over here, we go down corpse disposal. There's a cemetery. Almost stylish cemetery. And people like being buried, but there's a reason we're going to do corpse disposal and throw them in big old piles. So let's do that.
Hear me, hear me.
Even though no one's dead, we'll just research it. We don't have to actually do anything to it. You have a timer, so you have 3 days to build it. If you fail to build it, you will lose hope and gain discontent. But if you build it, nothing will happen to you. So, overall, I'm not too worried. As you saw, we got the day-night cycle down.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
And we're just going to gather food. And we have family torn apart. People from our convoy. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure is still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. So let's get done with this research first off. And as you notice down here, people are getting sick. No one's gravely sick, but people are sick in general. And so what we do is we build a medical post. And we are also going to build up our technology. I'm going to build this up because the more workshops you have, the faster you're able to research things. So come nighttime, I'm going to build all of this. And we'll use it the next set. Now let's get our beacon out. The beacon allows us to send scouts, search wilderness for goods and survivors, and bring them to our city. Lookouts will also spot incoming groups of people. So, we're going to get a little tiny balloon for people to travel and look, and also people who are going to come near our little oasis hole thing will be able to take refuge in it. And let's get rid of our workers here. And let's put them on these two. And we don't have any more food to actually produce anything. So they're all going to be producing some type of goods. And what we're also actually going to do is build gathering posts. So gathering posts, they're pretty good building. Whatever is within the vicinity of them, they just gather it. And they get protection from whatever element is nearby. So if I place it here, and I gotta connect the road to it. Like that, and put this like this, and then connect it like that. This one, as you see, it's highlighted these resources. That means you're gonna pick them up. They'll be under construction, and instead of working in chilly conditions, they'll be here, which is whenever you do this one with organ transplant, you're basically going to use deceased bodies to, well, transplant organs. The good thing about this is that it does not apply, or you don't need anyone actually dead for this one. So you could take it without actually having a dead person. And there we go. So let's see. Let's see where we have our workers at. We're just about done with this. Let's add them over here. And hopefully they finish this soon. Who are sick over here. You can actually see the status of where people are. You can also see how long they're going to be sick for. And there we go. We could add more people. Also, people who are going out like this, they gotta spend time to actually build these paths to actually get to the resources. Sometimes it takes them longer to actually get there. So if you build roads, it could help them. I prefer, if I'm gonna build roads, I'm just gonna build this. And this lowers the time. This also makes us a bit less sick and exposed to the cold. And we have the first beacon. The beacons don't really do anything in the traditional sense, so they can kind of get placed wherever. And you actually don't really need access to them, really. And our next resource I think we're going to need is it's steelworks. And we have the coal pile depleted over here, and we need more wood. Before the end of the day, we need like at least 40. We got this one finished. There we go. And I'm fine with having the engineer sit there for a little bit because we're going to. So, we're no longer lost supply, and we can actually build people and send them into the Frostland. Here's our can sit down. Now I don't know where the person would actually stand to observe people coming here, or where things would be. We need this fire. We need this more like a platform. Actually, don't know. But our first two locations is Lost Expedition and Observatory. So let's head back to the city. For 40 wood and 5 workers, we could create one of these. So let's send them out here. It'll take them 11 hours. And there we go. And we're getting another notification the heat is off, which is completely fine. And it's just telling us we're ready to search. Now we're just going to wait. We're going to wait. And it is going to be the next day here pretty soon. Which is now. And now it's going to be pretty cold. And we're going to turn this off to level 1. So now this just talks about when you do mindful of our coal and we need to start building food reserves. And this tells us our person's ready. The rest of our people made camp here, too exhausted to go on, we should escort them back. So, a happy reunion. We enter the camp approaching out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcome us. Thank God he found us. We have been wandering 4 days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. And the two new places we're able to go to is the Gloomy Cave and Sturdy Shelter. So we're going to escort them. If you send them, like this blurb says, survivors will set out towards the city on their own. It will take them longer and some of them may die. So we actually need as many workers as we can right now. Actually very important to get as many as we can. And we are actually going to at least stop 10 of these workers. Oh. And we're going to build. Oh. We need more wood. Okay. Well, this is not going to be the bad, so workers are going to get more sick, but whatever. Now let's see what to do next. We can do radical treatment, which people may die from. If they're cold, they may die or they get gravely sick, and you can use radical treatment, which will just amputate them or takes off chunks of people to save them. But 30% in the gravely ill-treated medical posts will be left as amputees, and amputees are useless. Really, there's one bonus they give you to the cookhouse if a certain event happens, But other than that, they don't really do anything, and they take up 1 food. Although if you put them in a nursing home, they only eat half of food. So yeah, or you can do sustain life, and they'll just forever stay in the medical post until you upgrade to a care house, which would basically be like hospice care, or like long-term care, urgent care, until you build like an actual better medical post, and then you can take care of them. But right now we're going to do sustain life. We're not going to try to let anyone die in this game so far. And we're going to research the sawmill. Because we're going to quickly run out of our food reserves here. And here's our new incoming people. You see some of them are on stretchers, or that's be materials. It's too thin for dead bodies. People from our convoy reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London a long time ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We will look for the others. So we're going to hit pause. And we go to the sturdy shelter. That's taking me to the next place we're going to go. You know what? That gives us more people, and this gives us more people. Let's go here. Let's actually save. And we'll just keep it whatever. Doesn't need to be too fancy. And we gotta have them build their own tents. We're not going to be able to build them anything actually more than tents. And 1 more. There you go. If you're not building, you're over here. Helping gather material. So we have a mild final surprise. Someone's gravely ill. And that's just going to happen. Palliative care, that's what it's called. I'm going to stay there till we build like a really good medical post. And now we have a sawmill. We're going to build a sawmill. So as you see, there's little things, so there's 2 coal here. If we build there, that makes it so we can't pick up that resource. We're going to pick places where we're not going to be not allowing us to get resources. So let's go here. And let's put a steelworks here. And I really want to build a sawmill. I'll build it right here. I may never get that little bit of wood. I feel like it's the best use of our resources right now. And there we go. I have engineers, they're going to build all of this stuff. Now I have 3 new power working, so we're going to stop doing this. It's kind of stupid to do. I'm more trying to help get the basics down for this, so that's why I'm not really doing the most effective strategies. And there we go. Now we have these in. We threw up the snow pit, which was really a basic thing that shouldn't really have failed, but can't do anything at this point. We have the Book of Laws, and we're going to do overcrowding. We're going to just try to stick with one of these medical outposts for a while, and so we're going to get double the patients. It's going to take them longer to heal. We also need to start working on our food situation. So in this gloomy cave, there's more people and there's more food that I can't remember if it's actually this event or another event. our location, but there might be food. Oh, that's where mirrors. Gloomy Cave, beast by beast. Best by beasts. You can hear terrified shrieks coming from the cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and these beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. You can leave them alone, and the bears will kill the survivors, or risk attacking them. People in the cave will live. Scouts will escort them to our city and survive. Our escorts, or our scouts, may die in this encounter. So let's see. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove away the beasts. Then they set all towards the city.